The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. This is hour number 2 of The Local Show. Get ready for engaging interviews with attorney John Murphy, owner of Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. Jacob Eichton is the general manager of Rubberstone, New York. Phil Greco is, I think he's the treasurer and something else over there at the Viking Cleaning Service. And then we'll talk with Sarah Pellegrini, who is the owner of Noble Cellar Restaurant.
Sounds like one of your people, Tom.
Yeah, all in hour number 2. And I don't know her, but I'm looking forward to meeting her.
Probably your cousin.
Yeah. It's a high-end restaurant. They'll never let you in.
Well,
you have to have a collared shirt and a personality.
They slide the door, they look at me, and they just shut it. Not him.
Who's he? Yes, they say you have to have above a 4th grade language, vocabulary.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right.
You see the irony in that statement, the way Tom said it?
The way I said it, yeah. All right, lawyer man, how are you?
No. I'm good. It's good to be back here. I feel like I haven't been here in a long time.
Where did you do your lawyering from? Where'd you do your law school?
I went to SU Law School because
you were at SU Law.
I got sick of the job I was in.
Yeah.
So I went to SUNY Geneseo undergrad.
Okay. I didn't know you went to SU. When were you there? What years?
I graduated 87, like 85 to 87. So
can you believe that we were up there together? I was over at WAE. My mom was the admin at the law school.
Oh,
she worked directly for Dean Braveman.
Yeah, well, I always try to stay out of trouble. So.
Yeah, you never had to go to Braveman's office?
No. And so I was actually classmates with the Honorable John Ketko.
Oh, yeah, right.
He was one of my classmates.
Yeah, all those people. I used to remember walking up there.
Such a failure. Judges, congressmen,
yeah,
here I am.
You're not. You're helping lots and lots of families.
Yeah, that's the important thing. That's the best part about my job.
Yeah.
Right? We just had somebody today call me, lost her husband, surprised, and what do I do?
Right.
So I was on the phone with her for about half an hour, and we're going to connect again when some other things come together for her.
Yeah. A lot of people will say where there's a will, there's a way. And when there's no will, there's no way.
It's the government's way.
There. Right. Tell us about that.
Her call was free because she's in our client care program.
Very nice.
So, which is nice. People can call us if things happen. And, there's often not get an attorney as one of the staff members and help them, guide them through those difficult times in their lives.
Yeah.
But people can call and ask questions without getting a bill, right?
Oh, generally, yeah, if you're not already a client.
Right, like, hey, how do we do this? Or, people have all kinds of questions.
Yeah, so we, how we've set it up, just because Michelle, my associate, and I simply don't have enough time to answer all the calls, is we have case managers who we've trained. We meet every week to go over what they're doing. They don't give legal advice, but they say, hey, I think that this might fit. Would you like to come in, move forward, meet with an attorney? Okay, and so that's how we kind of do things. I'll give you, for instance, we had 45 phone calls on Monday.
Wow, that's a lot. Probably due to the radio. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So that's how it works. You call, we'll schedule a time with you if one of our case managers isn't available. Okay, we'll always look to see if somebody's available. If they're not, then we'll schedule a call back with you.
Right.
Tell us what your issue is, and if you have Medicaid, you're going to get a Medicaid person. If you have a probate issue or guardianship, you're going to get one of those people. Have a general estate planning, you're going to get one of those care managers.
Why would someone want Medicaid? Medicaid can be confusing. Medicaid, Medicare, I have money, why would I go on Medicaid?
You want to save money. So people, look at that and say, oh, why do you get Medicaid? You're doing well enough. And my position always is, there's 3 groups of folks who are so wealthy, they can pay for home care, right? And not going to worry, 24-hour care, best nurses, whatever. Then there's people who, through whatever circumstances in life, have not accumulated money. Either they were never able to work or spend it or whatever, and they're going to get Medicaid. So, but they never contributed. And then there's the people who contributed. Why not get some bang for your buck? The law is set up so that you can arrange your finances to be eligible for Medicaid to help assist paying the nursing home bill. You're still going to contribute money out of your monthly income, but we help people protect assets. So there's actually an inheritance left over for their children.
Very nice. We were talking to a family member not too long ago who was insisting that they have a will and they don't need any planning and they don't need a trust and they don't need. I got a will and it's fine and that's fine. All you need is a will. Is that the truth?
Tell me what happens to them in the future, and I can tell you the answer. Right?
Yeah. Who knows?
What I would tell you is that at least a revocable trust, if they have a house, is a far better solution than a will, because a will requires the family to go through probate. A lot of people say, I have a will, my family doesn't have to go through probate.
That's what this person was saying.
Well, they're not correct. So probate is actually Latin from probatus, which is to prove. So probate means prove the will. What does that mean? Prove that the will is valid. Right? Somebody comes in, we have this call all the time. I took my mom's will to the bank, and they said, I have to get a letter from this court. It's called letters testamentary. It's a court order, but in surrogate court, it's called letters testamentary. That says, you know what? You've submitted the will to the court. It was drafted correctly and executed correctly. What does that mean? There were 2 witnesses who were independent witnesses. It was signed, okay? Then we're going to have to give a copy to everybody who is a relative who's in line to inherit from you so that they can see if they have any objections to the will.
But that has nothing to do with helping protect for long-term care or things like that.
Nope. Wills do not protect from long-term care. Tom didn't know. I don't know if that's a concern of theirs, but if you have a will, you've done nothing to protect your assets from long-term care.
Sure.
A trust will keep your assets out of the probate court. And people say, well, how much is it? It's about 5% of your estate. Oh, but it's pretty quick. No, it takes at least 7 months to finish. All right. And it's also public. So it's a public record.
I see.
And then one thing I never, ever thought of, Tom, that I would have even had to consider or talk about with clients is, what if the court isn't open when you die? Go back to 2020,
COVID,
right? Courts were closed for 12 to 14 weeks. Clients who died that had a trust, we were able to administer everything pretty smoothly outside the court system. Mm-hmm. If you were waiting to become the executor of mom or dad or somebody's estate, you had to sit and wait.
Yeah.
Stock market was crashing, lots of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Nothing you could do because the judge had not yet said, hey, you've proved to me this is a valid last will and testament.
So I've been to your workshop a bunch of times, and you have them coming up next Thursday.
Yes.
Right here in Syracuse. And I know that you deal with a lot of questions. You have stuff you talk about for an hour or two, and then people can ask questions if they have specific
we try to make a conversation, but don't ask me about Aunt Joan's will that you were supposed to get the Hummels and you didn't get them.
Right. Did you really want the Hummels? I don't know.
There was a time you might have wanted.
I don't know. It's not the Hummels. So my note says the Hampton. Right here, you've got a 10 o'clock, and then you've got. Is that the only one you got? You got a 10 o'clock. Oh, and a 4 o'clock right here in front
10 o'clock and 4 o'clock.
10 o'clock and 4 o'clock.
Have a couple.
And so 370-9977, if someone wants to call and register for that. That's the big area code, 315. 370-9977. They can go to your website, Safe Harbor Wills and Trust, and do it that way.
Yep.
But
register on our website.
Right, but they get a chance to meet some of the team, meet you.
We usually have 3 or 4 team members there because what we do is we offer you a chance to get started, right? Everybody who's coming, or most people, have been procrastinating.
Sure.
They've been going to do something.
Yep.
So we offer them the chance to not get back on the procrastination platform and get on the get it done train.
Right.
And we have appointment times ready to go. And those appointments will be with one of our case managers.
Okay. So they get the information and they can figure out what they want to do.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Attorney John Murphy right there. Thank you so much for what you do and all your team does. Owner of Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. Have a great rest of the day.
You too. Good to see you, Tom.
Good to see you. Right. Yes. We're going to talk with Jacob Eichten next. He's the general manager of Rubberstone, New York. Stick around right here on the local show on 570 WSYR.